Hey yo, man. We are back with another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast here. We got your boy Lawrence, Kenny, and Phil. And Neil is not here today because it's a real special weekend. It's gonna be a special for the rest of his life because he's never won shit anyway. So, um, he's out in LA right now, and we just got us three today. How y'all feeling? How y'all living, man?
Can't complain. Sad the football's over. I don't know what I'm going to do until it starts again. We got about a month till college.
You ain't have to remind us.
I know, man. It's rough out here. It's rough in these parts. I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, for me, Neil's right now on a mission to try to convince McVay and Donald not to retire. He's going to try to do anything possible in his self-being, so good luck to that. For me, yeah, NFL season's over, but, NBA season is here. All NBA All-Star Weekend is here. The second half of the season, I'm very excited. NBA basketball is alive and well, so let's get some things going.
All right. For me, man, it's been a solid week so far. Good weekend. Definitely shout out to Kenny for hosting the Super Bowl party he had again this year. Always a good time. And he over here got me with like 4 plates of food on the way out. Didn't know Ashley gave me the entire chicken wing dip.
Oh yeah.
I opened that up. I was like, wow, this is heaven right here. Like this is real nice. Real nice. But yeah, definitely want to thank you again for hosting us. But
Absolutely.
I am sad too. Football is ending. But basketball's here. And having FanDuel, MGM, all this shit is helping me learn and pay attention to certain players. So I'm ready for the NBA season too. So let's start. First things first, let's go to the Super Bowl, man. What y'all think of the Super Bowl? Expected, unexpected? Where you guys want to start?
The only thing that was unexpected for me is that it was only a field goal game. I don't know. I just felt like I thought the Rams were going to win all year.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that they were going to win all week. Even when they went down, Lawrence was a witness. I was so confident that when they went down and they became the underdogs and they were getting points, I alternate spread bet and was giving away points. Like that's how confident I was that the Rams were going to win this game. I mean, they just came out on a mission. I mean, OBJ went down early and they still came out and just looked like the Bengals really just didn't have an answer for them.
Right. Yeah, and I kind of did sort of the same once the Bengals went down. I felt like plus 8.5 was a nice little cushion. I don't think they were going to get beat that bad or more than a touchdown. So easy pickings, man. Gotta take it. What about you, Phil?
Yeah, I was just like you guys. I was trying to, live bet and do my thing with parlays throughout the entire game. Very wild game. Congrats to the LA Rampions on their victory. Matt Stafford finally gets that big W he needs, and it's exciting to see what both teams go from here. Because I think one of the sports outlets put out a stat like quarterbacks that lose in their Super Bowl debut never go back to the championship game again. So we'll see how Joe Burrow responds to that.
I just saw that.
That's like such an odd stat though. Like they lose in their debut, but like so you mean when you get there you have to win your first time? Like I don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
it's weird. That's an odd statement to me. Like I don't know.
We're hoping Joey B gets back to the bowl.
Oh man. But let's break the game down a little bit. Let's go with the Bengals side of things. What do you think went wrong for them?
What went wrong was Zach Taylor made awful decision. Joe Mixon was having his way with this team. Let's be real. Yes, Aaron Donald's a little bit, but Joe Mixon, whatever he wanted, he was getting.
Right. You
have the most important play of the game on that 3rd and 1 play, and you have Samaje Perine in the game to run the ball. What? Like, in what planet does that make sense? And I heard people saying, "Oh, well, Joe Mixon's not really good in pass pro." Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Except it was a run play, so why does that matter? I don't understand that.
Right. So I one thing that like I kind of mentioned it the past couple of weeks is watching different channels. They break down the film for the game, and like I was wondering what play was ran on that 4th and 1, bro. Like he ran a second and medium, 3rd and long play on 4th and 1, and it made no sense on why he did what he did. So they were like 2 receivers to the left, and you had Chase to the right, and then you had a tight end. Tight end stayed and blocked, I believe. Now I think they had 2 tight ends. No, did they have 2 tight ends? No, they had Tyler Boyd. They had Tyler Boyd and Higgins to the left, tight end on the right. They tried to do rub routes and then had Chase on a fade. And that takes time. Then you leave AD on block. Well, pretty much on block because it's one person. You've been triple teaming him the whole game, and then you don't triple team him for the 4th and 1 when the season's on the line. I just don't get it.
Yeah. For me, I mean, you guys, they drafted Jamar Chase in the offseason in the draft. Definitely grab an O-lineman this offseason or in the draft. You already got Chase. There's no excuse why you shouldn't at least grab a decent offensive lineman this year.
They're going to get Armstead. Armstead's going there.
But I'm also not letting them off the hook that easy by saying, "Oh, the O-line lost it for him." Because what did we hear all week coming into this game? He was sacked 9 times and it didn't matter.
He was only sacked 7.
Yeah, and icing on the cake, he was sacked 9 times in that one game. The rest of the playoffs, he's only sacked 3 times combined until the Super Bowl. So, yes, I mean, this isn't a good O-line. I'm by no means saying they're a good O-line. But let's stop with this narrative that, they only lost because of the O-line. Because all week I heard that the O-line didn't matter because they got sacked 9 times and won a game. And like I said, he was only sacked 3 other times. So, yes, they do need an O-line, Phil. I'm nothing, but just I'm saying people in general that are blaming, the O-line. No, there was a lot that went into this game, and I'm not going to just –
coaching decisions and stuff like that. Yeah, especially the whole P. Ryan 3rd and 1 thing. That blew my mind when I was watching it live. And just like I said, Joe Mixon was going off, and he should have had the ball.
That's the type of shit. That's the type of shit right there that gets me, like, as a player. Like, even when I was playing, where it would make me not trust you as a coach anymore. Like, some players couldn't do that, where they just blindly follow the coach. If I can't feel like I can't follow you into a burning building if I can't trust you. Yeah. Like, that's the type of coaching that it's a figurative speech, but literally, like, I can't trust you at that point. If I'm Joe Burrow, I can't trust you at that point. Why is P. Ryan in the game when Joe Mixon ran for 1,700 all-purpose yards from scrimmage? It doesn't make sense to me.
It's the Super Bowl. Give your best player the ball. You have other options.
Another thing I want to point out, too, because, I mean, I like Joe Burrow. I think he's great, but I think that some people now are maybe just a little over-hyping him a little bit, and I'll get to something later. But just how come I haven't heard one person say, why didn't Joe Burrow check out of that play when it was a run play for P-Ryan? Because any other quarterback, if Aaron Rodgers was in that situation, if Russell Wilson was in that situation, Aaron Rodgers, Big Ben, Matt Stafford on the other side were in that situation. Right. There was a 3rd and 1, and there was a run play to P-Ryan, and they let that happen. All we'd hear about is that's a terrible decision by the quarterback to let that happen. I don't care that it's only Joe Burrow's second year. The way that they've anointed him as the second coming, he should have known. If we're going to blame quarterbacks, every quarterback has to be held to the same standard.
Right. And we kind of saw that in the Chiefs game too, where we were wondering, like, what the hell is he doing in the game? But then in the Chiefs game, he scored off the screen. So it's like, I get it. At the same time, I don't. But
speaking of the
go ahead, Phil.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, speaking of the Bengals, what you guys think on the Higgins and Ramsey's catch, or there was obviously PI?
Just before we get in, let me just finish my.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. No, just if it was a pass play, I'm fine with P. Ryan being in the game. The fact it was a run play is why I'm like, that's ridiculous. But all right.
Yeah. So like for me, you want to go? We can go to the Bengals. We'll go to the Bengals receivers, because it is their biggest attribute or selling point for the opportunity to win the game. So you got T. Higgins, you got Tyler Boyd, you got Chase. I think they played fairly well. There were some catchable balls that should have been caught. You can go to Tyler Boyd's catch, where he went up the field too early, and I believe that's a crucial play in the game, where you all day you've been making those plays over the middle, and you couldn't get it done there. But going to the Ramsey and T. Higgins, I think it's a play where you let go, because there's so much hand fighting in that. Lawrence. You can't just no. Hold on. Let me finish before you kill me.
Hand fighting with his mask.
Listen.
Wow.
The physicality, the theme of the game. So, for like as we're watching, the refs were letting them play. They were going down the field, hand fighting. But in that moment, if you have visibility, maybe the ref didn't have visibility to it. But then again, his whole head turned. So that was crazy. That was still crazy to me, but it was consistent with what they were letting them do. Like they were letting them battle down the field when the ball was in the air. So, but Ramsey should have probably got that call because that's a whole face mask. It's not like a push or anything. So
right,
I think that should have been called though.
Like it is what it is. Like I don't like to cry over missed calls. Like that was egregious.
It happens every game. Yeah,
exactly. It happens every game. I say it all the time. Like you can't blame it. It was a terrible call. But I'm not going to sit here and like if they would have lost the game, I'm not going to say that's why they lost the game. Like, right. But that it was bad. I'm glad it didn't cost them the game. But I don't know. But then for people to later say in the game, oh well, the refs had to make makeup calls and that's why they called all those penalties on the last drive. No, they called those penalties on the last drive because those were all penalties. Like
right.
that's and then they complain. Well, they missed the call. So because they missed one call, you want them to now miss every call in the game. Like you can't have it both ways. Like
I think
calls are going to get missed.
Right. I think down the line, I think the frustrating thing as you go through a game and you're like, oh, they're letting us go at it. They're letting us battle. All right. And then you get to later in the game, and then it's the same. It's something. I would say the Ramsey one and the Eli Apple one were definite holdings or PIs. Now the one on Cooper Kupp near the goal line, I say that's a play on because it didn't alter his run or anything.
It did. If you watch the play, he turned. It's not. No, it's minor. It's minor. I'm not saying it's but by the rule, it's pass interference.
I'm surprised Eli Apple hasn't changed his name yet. He is getting slandered all over,
bro. All Eli Apple had to do. I'm saying this now, but I'm saying like it's easy. Like there's so many routes that you know he's gonna run. As soon as you see him fading out like that, all you have to do is turn your head. You could literally pick that and you pick it and you slide down and the game is over. But he didn't even turn his head or anything to look for the ball.
Right. And after
why I think
everyone was after him too.
Because he allowed that touchdown, but on the play before, he just got caught for the PI.
That's true.
I think that he started to play scared at that point, which he should be playing scared. He's Eli Apple, and that's the best receiver in the league. Like,
right,
we knew that was going to happen.
The Chiefs receivers, the Ravens, everyone was on his head after that loss. It was wild.
Hey, you talk shit, get wrecked. Like. He brought it on himself, man. Like
he was talking shit to the Giants, the Chiefs. He was talking shit to Hill and Hardman and the Ravens. He deserved every bit of it. Gotta back it up.
Oh man, but I think just the officiating. I feel like it wasn't no problem with it. Like you let it. It is what it is. You had, like I always say too. Neil thinks it's bullshit, but you got how many plays were in the game?
Right.
On each side. And then not to mention, let's go through the drive for the Bengals. They go for it on fourth down to open the game. Gave them a short field. It is what it is. It's a great area for everything. Then you got a punt, field goal. You got a touchdown, punt,
and then and then after his touchdown come out of halftime,
touchdown, field goal. Punt, turnover on downs. So you have the opportunity to make plays, and you're just not getting them done. The last play was 6 plays. The last drive was 6 plays. The previous drive was 8. The one before that was 6.
And just please remember that when I segue into my thing after we're done talking about this game. Remember that he had a whole half and scored a touchdown, a field goal, punt, turnover on downs.
And shout out to the Rams for on the game-winning drive. 19 plays, 4.5 minutes.
You remember when everyone said they couldn't put a drive like that together? They're all
That's killer from their own 21. So it's just there's opportunities in the game. Like I said before, you got so many times in the game. You got 70 to 80 plays or whatever it is to win the game. It don't come down to Eli Apple fade route. It don't come down to Cooper Kupp getting held at the 2-yard line. Yeah. It doesn't come down to those things.
And plus, literally, there's penalties on almost every single play in football, and whether it's called, it's up to the refs. So
Right.
just wild.
I think overall it was a great game. I didn't have a problem with it.
No.
And I like subliminally when we were watching the game, I'm like, I didn't really think about it then, but there wasn't any flags. But now you think about it now, it's like that was a pretty good officiated game, to be honest.
No, we were all watching the game, and at the end of it, not one of us said like, "Man, those flags at the end really ruined it." Like no one's like, we were all watching, and not one of us said that. We had a room full of people, so for people to try to sit here and say the flags are the reason why, no, like I don't know, but I think that this game speaks to it's time to really. I mean, if it wasn't clear before, it definitely is now. It's time to really give Matt Stafford his flowers. Like he played that game with. Remember, Robert Woods went down midseason, so he was already without his wide receiver 2. Right. Then his new wide receiver 2 goes down in the first half. His tight end 1 was out. Tight end 2 goes down. He played the game with Cooper Kupp, and that was it because the run game couldn't get off the crowd.
And you had
Ben Jefferson was struggling.
You had Ben Starbucks.
Yeah, I mean, like, are we just gonna not acknowledge how like that's phenomenal to me what Matt Stafford did, and I don't want to hear any more Matt Stafford slander. I shouldn't have heard it to begin with because he was stuck in that poverty franchise, but now I really don't want to hear anyone slander,
especially from Richard Sherman.
Well, no, to me that's not slander. Yeah, we'll get into that after. Like, he's still calling him good. He's just saying let's not like I'm not anointing him as a Hall of Famer yet. Like no, but he's a great quarterback in this league and should be spoken about with the great quarterbacks in this league at this point.
Right, that's a fact.
Like I'm not.
let me. Mill chimed in. He didn't even say nothing that he was joining. We're about to join him in real quick. Oh. You better have good Wi-Fi, man.
We apologize for what happened.
It was good.
You can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
You already know where I'm at.
Are you solo? You by yourself?
I'm in LA. Had to come out for the parade.
Field correspondent Neil Fatata on the scene.
Are you at crypto yet?
Parade. We hit it up today.
You went to Odell's house?
I was at his house.
Oh, he was at Calabasas, bro?
He asked me to stay for a little bit, so I stayed.
Wait, you by yourself?
No, I'm with Bell. We're just finishing up dinner.
Look at you, man. Look at you. I'm proud of you. Creating memories.
Look at that smile.
Creating memories. That's what I'm talking about, man. Wow. I'm proud of you. This is what I was saying a couple weeks ago. You feel me?
I'm about to try to
listen.
Is that LeBron behind you?
All it took was for my to win. That's all it took. That's it. Bro, I just want to say,
said courtside tonight, bro?
Nah, not courtside. That's $20K.
He said right next to AD and Sean McVay.
Listen. All I gotta say is, it's what 75. It's like 70 degrees out here. Why the fuck do you live in New York? Look at
I'm going in the summer.
Bro, this shit is crazy.
I'm out of here.
Really out. Like I really could be in shorts right now. Like it was 55 when I got in last night at like 11 o'clock. Like I really could have been in shorts. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. I went to the parade today. It was crazy. There had to have been 20K people there, maybe more. Like I couldn't even move my arms. I couldn't even take videos because I couldn't move my fucking arms up. It was crazy. It was loud. My ears hurt. My throat hurts. Shit. Now we're going to cap the night off. Little nightcap with the Lakers W tonight.
Let me ask you something. Were you as intoxicated as Sean McVay?
No. Nobody on this earth was as drunk as the Rams today. Nobody.
They had the Don, bro. He had the Don Julio on stage.
Like $1,200 bottles of Bel Air. Like, you see the size of those Bel Air bottles? I don't know if you guys were watching, but they were bigger than me.
That's crazy, big for those of you that don't know.
Extra large. I had to tune in. I got the notification. I was like, "Oh, my boys I got to tune in. Is this not a show without me?"
Our field reporter. You're our Aaron Ambers.
Bro, I just want to say, Rams Super Bowl champs, 2021, 2022. We're gonna run it back as long as AD doesn't retire. We're running that shit back.
We just got news that he retired.
If he retires, I'm not a fan anymore. No, but I'm gonna go back in, finish up my dinner, hit this Lakers game up in a little bit. I'll take pictures and send it to y'all.
Try to hug LeBron for us.
Much love.
That was our field reporter Neil Fatata on the scene in LA.
So going to the Rams side. Let's break that down a little bit. Kenny, you already had talked about it.
Yeah, I thought it was super. It was impressive. I mean, they played the game with basically Cooper Kupp because their run game was non-existent. OBJ was gone. Their starting tight end didn't even suit up. Then the guy who did start at tight end got hurt in the first drive of the game. Like his second option, and then Van Jefferson did not have a good game. So it was Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson when he decided to catch the ball, and then Ben Skoranek, and he won the game. Like the last drive of the game, we knew Cooper Kupp was going to get the ball on every play because who else is going to? And he still got it done. I don't know what else could be said.
For me, yeah, just what Kenny said. No, I mean we didn't see an amazing game from he did play like a bot. Because I had
definitely played like a bot, Lex.
I had him as the first touchdown scored. So, yikes! But yeah, just the running backs we didn't see an impressive game from them. Cam Akers, Sony Michel, Darnell Henderson, they were all healthy. Didn't see much. It was literally the Cooper Kupp show, and he showed us why he was the best receiver this season. Triple Crown, MVP. Not a lot of receivers have done that. So, shout out to Cooper Kupp.
No, I think the Rams kind of echo what Kenny has said. The show like Matt Stafford really can be that guy to take the game over. He showed that too. He had the turnovers, but one was a Hail Mary before half, I think.
Right
before half, and then you had the tipped one that I think was a half and half, but it could have been more on the receiver. He should have stayed more friendly to the ball. He started heading upfield and then all that, and then it got tipped and got picked. But I think the Rams played really good. I was disappointed. I was surprised that Cam Akers and I felt like Darrell Henderson, he probably shouldn't have played. I felt like Sony Michel should have played more, but that's because I'm a fan of him. I think he's the better outside of Darrell Henderson. But
also, do we think Ramsey had a bad game, like everyone's saying on media?
I don't think so. I think when you're that level, $100 million, and you get 2 explosive plays, no matter what, I feel like the only thing that could have erased it is like a pick. They're gonna highlight those 2 plays because it's their 2 best receivers. One was a touchdown, and the other one was a 60-yard bomb. So like those plays are gonna be engraved as a fan when you're watching it. You can go to the stats and see, okay, maybe he wasn't that bad, but I definitely watched another film breakdown where he didn't have as bad of a game as people think.
Yeah, if you take away those 2 plays, he didn't really have as bad a game as people made out to. They just really highlighted those 2 catches.
And if everybody's going to cry about that being a face mask penalty, you can't use that play to then talk crap about Rams. Like if it was a bad call and you guys really hated it that bad, then you can't also use that play to say that's why Ramsey had a bad game. Like you can't have it both ways.
Right, consistency.
And we're watching that game. The Matt Stafford, the first interception, I mean, you obviously don't want to throw picks, but that was the equivalent of a punt. He threw it in the end zone. They got it was a touchback. It was a 3rd down.
Right.
If he doesn't get it, they're going to punt it anyway. So, yes, ideally you don't throw interceptions. But in that situation, it was either I'm going to throw it away and we're going to punt it, or I'll just heave it to the end zone and they pick it off. I don't see a problem.
10 plays, 347 on that drive.
Speaking of people debating on social media, how would we rate the halftime show this year as well? Because I saw a lot of people have different opinions, up and down. It was one of the best. It was one of the worst.
Okay. Not the people. Our generation loved it. It's old boomers, old Bruce Springsteen people that want to see the same people in the.
Springsteen do to you?
This is facts.
He's not wrong. I'm just saying.
No, because we sat through Bruce Springsteen and Mick Jagger when we were kids, and
Bruce was on there. Wasn't he on there 2-3 times?
I know they had Bruce. They had Mick Jagger, and we had to sit there and listen to that like we actually liked that stuff. Are you kidding me? No, this is our generation. This is what we like. Let's put
a pin in this. Lex is in here too. Lex, this is a great point because he knows me very well on how I play the game and what I really believe in. The best people should be out in the field, and he can attest to this. We can go right to Shippensburg. What was it, Lex? 2014. He's good enough. Lex is good enough to play. I know he's better than the other running back. I want Lex to play because he's better than him, not because because I like Lex better or Lex is a freshman or whatever it is. He's better than the person. He should be on the field. It's just that simple. I don't understand why Mixon was off the field. Maybe he needs to get the pass pro fixed. Maybe that's why.
It still
But-
don't make
Still,
sense.
he
though.
was already
It's
having a great game.
it's
I
like-
think.
Hey, listen, I'm a sacrifice the pass pro. The pass pro's already
The
trash.
thing, it's not like it was a hurry up where like you had that person on the
Right.
field. You came out of a huddle. Like you legit sent P. Ryan out there for Mixon. Like what did you think? Oh, if we line up, maybe they'll think we're gonna pass it. Like I don't understand what your logic is behind it. The game is on the
Right.
line. Like when the game was on line for the Rams and everyone in the stadium knew the ball was going to Cooper Kupp, did McVay get cute and say let's throw it to Skoranek? No, he said I'm throwing the ball to my best player. Like
If you're gonna lose, you lose.
Yeah.
You losing with your best player
another perfect
receiving
example.
the ball.
It's
That's
fourth
why
and
they're
one.
there.
Everyone in the stadium's thinking, oh, it's probably going to be a run play. It's probably going to be a sneak. What does Sean McVay say? No, I'm putting the ball in my best player's hand. Wide receiver sweep to Cooper Kupp on 4th and 1 with the season on the line. Like you get the ball to your best players. I don't
Right.
understand why Joe Mixon is watching that from the sidelines.
Right, and that's gonna haunt them. I feel like it's gonna be really, really tough to get back there. You got new quarterbacks, new teams with merging. But going back to
And how Marshawn Lynch feels like, sadly.
listen,
At least he was on the field, though.
for me, man, like I don't do the shoulda, coulda, wouldas,
Right.
but boy, that shit was not yours to this day. Ain't no way.
But even in that situation, I'm still even more okay with that because it's not like Russell Wilson is a scrub. You like
Yeah,
you put the ball in
true.
the playmaker quarterback.
True.
Like, you put the ball in the hands of your backup running back. Okay.
That's true.
Okay.
He said okay, but no. What were we talking about before?
The halftime show.
Yeah, the halftime show. Yeah, bro. Like, listen, there's been a few times where I'm in the Bloom. I'm like, you're not running this play. Like, this shit is. You give me the rock right now. Like, very few times, but I had to do it. It's just it has to be done sometimes. Then I'll be like, yo, I'll deal with the repercussions once we score. We'll be fine. If we don't score, then we in trouble. But the
I'll blame
halftime
you.
show, I feel like the halftime show was really good. Like, I felt like it was like nostalgia, and people really enjoyed it. You got to see 50 doing the Inner Club. Like, you got to see Snoop. You got to see Dre. Like, all those songs were classic. You got to see Mary J. Like, it's classic. Like, when you hear Still Dre, like, it's just like just a good feeling. Like, no matter where you at, those like all the songs that were played are like timeless. It's not even up for debate with anybody that didn't like it. The songs were timeless. It's not like songs that you don't know. You
And,
feel me?
and
So
this is exactly what the halftime show should be. It's
and
like,
a bag of chips, Lay's.
Hello.
Yeah.
Like we're in LA on the West Coast. The halftime show should be something that embodies that culture. It's
Right.
like when the Super Bowl was in Atlanta and they had Maroon 5, like that does not
Doesn't
embody
make sense.
Atlanta culture. Like
They
if
should have
we were-
Outkast.
Like if this was in North Dakota and they had this show, maybe I'll give you the point. Like, you know what, this
And-
doesn't really embody what
Right.
the area is about. But
Right.
this is exactly what West Coast music is about.
And it was another thing cool too is they had the layout of LA on the ground. And another thing too is I feel like I know there's a lot of noise on like older people that didn't like it, but I also seen a lot of videos of grandpas, older women vibing to when 50 came up. Like there's a lot of videos that surface. So I feel like
we know why those who don't like it don't like it. I'm not going to get into it but we know why they don't like it. So I'm just going to leave it there. You're watching, I know. If they didn't like it, we know why.
nah, they wanted Bruce.
They like the Eminem part. Let's see.
No, they didn't like that.
No, they didn't like that.
I know,
They
yeah,
didn't
I
like
know.
it worse.
I didn't even know he did that.
What we're thinking of?
But you
Yeah.
know what it was for? It was for Tupac because he did it when Dre started playing the Tupac intro. But again, we're not going to get into that.
Right. It's
But
a
again,
different story.
if they didn't like it, we know why they didn't like it. We don't
Right,
gotta
right. Right. Oh man. That's
Also,
too funny.
I know. I thought Kendrick should have had a little bit of a bigger part in it, but I liked it overall though.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Out of everyone that was up there, Kendrick he's the low man on the totem pole. They did exactly what
Yeah.
they're supposed to do. Like,
Yeah. I feel like it was
Yeah,
cool
I feel
for
like
him to be there. And like I learned a lot after that show, like watching videos, watching people react to it. I did not know Jay-Z wrote Still Dre.
Really?
Yes.
you sure about that?
He has credits on the song. He wrote
Check.
like he wrote like pretty much like the skeleton of the song pretty much. and then they changed it to like West Coastville, and I did
Yeah.
not know that. I said, "Wow,
Right.
that shit is crazy."
Yeah. And Jay-Z is also responsible now for coordinate the halftime show. So saw a lot of people hating that.
So
but
yeah, so if y'all want the people that if they see this and use mad and you're a boomer, get ready, buckle in.
But also too at the same time, like Jay-Z, he's a music mogul. Like if it's
Right.
gonna be in Nashville, Tennessee, you can guarantee it's gonna be a country artist. Like it's okay,
Right.
guys. Like just understand that
That would be appropriate.
exactly. Like he's going to do what fits the area, and it was West Coast. We haven't had a hip hop act in how many years? It was time. Let it happen. We probably won't have another one for another 15 years. Let us have another.
Not
Right, next
15, bro. Not
Next
15.
year's going to be
Not
Macklemore, Ryan
15.
Lewis.
Give us like 3 years. We be back in 3 years.
We
Oh,
said the
man.
same thing after the Janet incident, and that's the last time we had, someone of color out there till they gave us the weekend for a little bit.
It really?
I mean, it was Janet, and then it was like that's when they started hitting us with the Springsteens, Mick Jagger. I mean, you had Beyonce, but like again, that because they hit us with.
Bro,
like
but it wasn't even our fault. Just
I'm just telling you.
JT did that. So technically,
I'm just telling you, bro.
We didn't have
JT back.
Shakira and Jennifer Lopez, though.
I know, but my
Oh, yeah,
look at
that
how
was fire.
It was
That was
04 when that Janet thing happened. Okay,
right.
Everybody we're naming was like within the last 5 years. So
Right.
what happened from 04 to 2016?
That's a fact. I never even thought about because I ain't really. You don't really. Me personally, I ain't really watch it unless I knew who was really performing. Like I wanted to watch the Weeknd one because I liked his album last year. I feel like that went over a lot of people's heads because they wasn't ready for all of that. But
Fucking camera angles broke everyone's necks and shit.
oh man, but
I want to just jump into this all week.
Yeah, go ahead.
Heading into the game and everything. I heard a lot of people saying Joe Burrow is the next Tom Brady, and like, I don't know.
I wish I saw that.
The guy played a year and a half. Like, it was like, okay, he got to the Super Bowl. Like, good for him. But they said he was the next Tom Brady. So I just wanted to pull something up here. Let's see if I can share my screen here.
talk to us, man.
Let's see this. I haven't seen this talk. I'm interested.
You should be able to share. You good to
Yep.
share?
I got it.
Okay. All right.
Could you guys see it?
Yep, I'm adding it.
Popping up right now. Oh, we got the slideshow. Hold on.
Sean Payton record.
Oh,
That was something different.
What slander you got going
No,
on?
that was for something. I was looking when we were talking about it.
that's for a different
But okay.
podcast. Though.
Here is one guy's record, and
Okay.
there
Oh,
was
blind
one
resume.
player from 4 games, 3-1 record, 97 and 142 for 68 completion percentage, 1,100 yards, 276 yards per game, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, QB rating at 97.3.
Not bad.
5 touchdowns in 4 games. All right, whatever.
Entire playoff run, right? Yeah.
Now here's entire playoff run. Now here's the other guy. Other guy had a first round bye, obviously, so he only played 3 games. But he went 3-0, 72% completion percentage, 971 yards. So when you break it down, he threw for significantly more yards per game. Had 6 touchdowns and 1 interception, so those numbers are better. His QB rating, much better, right? Okay. Does anyone want to take a guess at who these 2 guys are?
They gotta be young, or not haven't got to the playoffs a lot.
Well, no, this was just for their one run. It was one season.
Oh, just one season.
Yeah. So this, yeah.
Is it a specific year or?
I mean, one guy did it in 1 year and one guy did it another year. Now, mind you, I was just talking about Joe Burrow. So
Yeah, so
clearly know he lost
I'm guessing.
one, so it
I'm guessing
can't
the
be.
left is Burrow.
Right. You would be correct.
And I'm gonna say who led? Because
I'm gonna guess 2001 Brady.
Now, see, that'd be correct if I was trying to defend their argument, but I'm not. Nick Foles. Okay, so we're all sitting here anointing Joe Burrow like this was the greatest playoff run we've ever seen. Look at those. That's Nick Foles.
He did.
Oh shit! Kenny came with the receipts today.
I'm not. This is not me bashing Joe Burrow. This is not me saying Nick Foles is great. This is me saying let's pump the brakes on calling Joe Burrow the next Tom Brady because Nick Foles put up these numbers and was a backup the next year.
Oh shit!
Right.
Like,
oh shit!
Like what? Like look at those numbers.
Oh,
Yeah, he had a great game against the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
I feel like when you're a quarterback and you go into the playoffs and you're going on a run, I need at least 2 TDs. I need 2 TDs from you passing.
The Eagles have a bye.
Like mandatory, like because if you don't get at least 2, that means that your team is not gonna be very competitive unless you have a crazy run game.
That's what he had 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's not good.
Over 4 games.
That's not
5 touchdowns. Like everyone, he went nuts against the Titans. What do you have? 3 touchdowns in that game. So now you're telling me he had 3. He threw for 2 touchdowns in 3 games, then, and he's the next Tom Brady. Okay, I'm just like, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not sitting here trying to bash.
I'm actually surprised the Eagles had a bye that year.
We bring the facts out here at IBTE Sports,
man.
man.
Remember Carson Wentz was going to be MVP. He got hurt like very late in the year. So.
What, like the number 2 seed maybe when it was first 2 teams in a bye? Still,
he got hurt. He got hurt against the Rams in 2018.
Yeah.
But, hey man,
I just wanted to point that out to everybody. That
Microsoft proficient over here.
I'm not saying that Joe Burrow is bad, but can we please pump the brakes on this? He's the next Tom Brady because
I think for the people that like genuinely don't like him, I think it's the confidence, is the swag he brings with the Miami glasses, the Minks.
I love that.
Yeah, like it's good energy, but I think majority of the people that don't like him, that they don't like that part of him. Like his game has a lot to offer to the NFL and shit. So I feel like he's gonna be good going forward. It's just gonna be really tough to get back to the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, I mean, like Dan Marino told him, sent a tweet out. He's like, "Don't worry, Joe. I got there my second year too. You have the rest of your career to never get back to the game." Like that, it happens sometimes.
Right. It's tough. It is tough getting the championships. It is very, 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 very difficult. I don't think people like, if you never really played in it or played in a sport where you're competing for it, like a lot goes into that shit, you know. So, hey man, Saints to the Super Bowl next year. You know what I'm saying? I just said that to say this, you know.
Side note: Bleacher Report released their way too early power rankings, and the Falcons are the highest rated NFC South team, and we're only ranked 21.
Bro, we're 26. My chest hurt. Like, come on, like y'all did this last year.
You're 26. The Bucks are 25. Bro. The Panthers are like 31, and the Falcons are 21.
Bro, it's open season, baby, in the NFC South.
Everything's up for grabs.
Yo, listen, it's first 8 wins.
7.
Bro, listen, if we get into the offs with 7 wins, any team in our division, that would be crazy. Like that.
NFC did it for years. Let someone else
right.
Play, right?
You said Aaron Rodgers, for example.
Yeah, I think he got there, won the Super Bowl. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is the first."
He never got back there. He never got back.
Seattle Seahawks. Remember, we all crowned them the dynasty because they had the 1, and
they were though.
But how could you be a dynasty when you only won 1 championship?
Cam Newton as well.
You got back,
bro. I feel like I feel like the team once you do that corny
dynasty.
No. I'm saying like they won the first year, then went back, right? Like it goes back to what I was saying early on in the video. It's tough when you can't run into a burning building with your coach. Mm-hmm. I, as a coach, can no longer trust. Lex, you can attest to this too. I can no longer trust you. If Marshawn Lynch is on our team and we're on the 1 yard line, I can no longer trust you as a coach. I don't care how many speeches you do in the lecture hall, how many pump ups, we go bowling on the weekends. I can no longer trust you. How do you don't get the ball to Marshawn Lynch?
It's crazy you say that because like I'm wondering if that's gonna happen with the Buffalo Bills because you're 13 seconds away from winning a game and you don't win that game.
Right. Like, that's tough. Like it's really tough.
Like yes, players got to make plays, but also we all saw the defense that was played like that. That's what you're gonna call with 13 seconds left. Like I don't know. It's going to be tough. And you just lost your offensive coordinator now.
Yeah, it's just. I think a lot of people don't focus on that either. Like the morale of the players are different after those runs like that. You're like mentally exhausted. You got to play 17, and then you got to go and play 4 more exhausting games to hoist the trophy after the season. That's a lot. It's a lot. and then you get there like
absolutely
how the
right.
Bengals did. You get 4 consecutive punts. You don't put no points up. You don't put up 2 field goals. You don't put up 4 field goals, and you go home.
And icing on the cake with that too, the Bengals, when Stafford throws an interception, they had the ball. They got down to what, like the 11, and then they take a sack. So again, and I'm not trying to talk bad about Burrow. Like, it comes across like Burrow bashing, but it's not. It's just like you were in situations where you should have won the game. And if you're going to be the second coming that everyone's saying you're the next best quarterback in the NFL, they gave you the game on a silver platter and you didn't take it.
And another thing too is like Zach Taylor. I feel like people like him. They like him, obviously. He's younger and everything, but I feel like their success and how young they are is going to mask that he's really not that good of a coach in the clutch.
It's crazy too, though, because like during the middle of the year, people were saying like, would it be crazy if the Bengals win the division and fire Zach Taylor? So like even Bengal fans weren't sold on Zach Taylor. Like he got to the Super Bowl, it's going to save him, but I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like a Dan Quinn situation in Atlanta where like he wasn't really a good coach, but he got to the Super Bowl, so applaud him some extra years. We'll see, but they got to get the right coach because they got the stars there, and you cannot waste Joe Burrow's rookie contract with a coach that can't get the job done.
Yeah, you can't. Like crucial moments, you got to know what you want to go to. Like in those crucial moments, like you go coaches with you got like Sean Payton, McVay. You could say what's the old boy's name from the Bills? McDermott, like Bill Belichick. Like, just naming a few. Those coaches are going to be like, yo, we're in 2 minutes. The game is on the line. We got these set of plays. Zach Taylor going to first quarter plays.
Yeah.
And the first quarter play is going to lose you the game when the game is on the line. Like, it just didn't make sense. Like, they broke down the play, and it was like Uzama was wide open. Like, wide open. The safety that came down to guard him tripped. So I don't know why you would run a long developing play on 4th and 1, but that's tough.
Yeah, Ramsey tripped too. So he had
Chase a lot of it.
But you don't have enough time to get that ball up when you got Aaron Donald and Von Miller in your
face. But that's another thing too is like, yo, as Joe Burrow, like if I'm scrambling and I know Chase got the 1-on-1, 4th and 1 is better than
he there somewhere.
He there somewhere. Yo, we lost. The ball went to our best player. Like
that's right.
You can live with that.
Game's on the line. It was 4th and 1 regardless. So
right.
Either you're going to throw that little incompletion that you threw, or you're going to put it up there to your best player.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's a big thing too. Like, even Mitchell Schwartz was tweeting during the game. I don't know if y'all follow him, but his stuff started to come up because like Twitter is like they do the suggested whenever you're looking something up, and he was sounding off. He was like, if you guys don't get Joe Burrow any help, he's gonna be a waste of talent, and he's not gonna be here no more. And like, it'll
be the Andrew Luck story. He will not make it. He won't have a long career. Like Andrew Luck, we were robbed of a great career from Andrew Luck because the man lived on his back. And
now they got one of the best offensive lines in the league.
If I'm Andrew Luck, I'm sick. I'm taking them to small claims court. You gotta pay me.
You got like 3 All Pros on the offensive line.
You guys want to do this shit.
Like I need money because you took years off of my life.
Right. Yeah, the O-line is so crucial. And those guys mean so much, man. Shout out to them for protecting me. You know, they got a special place in my heart forever. O-linemen, shout out to them. Oh, man.
2 years in a row, Super O-line problems, sort of.
Nothing was as bad as the Chiefs. That was bad.
Oh my goodness, my man was NFL street out there.
He was running more than over 200. Yeah, it was over 200 yards he ran from the backfield. Like I've never seen nothing like that.
I don't want to hear nobody ever question his heart, bro. Like, no, that single game right there. I don't care what else he did. Like after that,
like about to fall down and shit.
And like I 100% think that O-line makes a difference. I just didn't want that to be an excuse for this game this year because when people brought up O-line. The argument was it didn't matter. He won with it anyways. Like,
and I think
idiotic answer. But
I think one of the crucial things too is Joe started to hold the ball longer as the game went on. But when he first started off, the ball was getting out quicker, and I think he probably was getting relaxed because he's like, I'm completing these. Oh, I can start holding it now, and then that's when the sacks started to go up because I don't think they had. What did they have? 2 or 3 sacks? No, probably 2 in the first half.
Yeah, they didn't have a lax. We were watching it, and we're like,
Yeah.
"Where's AD at?" And then like he wrecked the game in the second half.
Yeah, in the second half. So like I think that was another thing too, is like goes to the coach. Probably longer developing plays, and he didn't really need to run those.
Also, when he went down and hurt his knee, they needed to go back to quick plays because he could no longer move around in the pocket. Like it was very easy to collapse the pocket on him, and they did not adjust. They kept playing the game like he was 100% healthy. And I believe that if this was a regular season game, we would not have seen Joe Burrow go back out there. Like he only went back out there because it was a Super Bowl. Like so that tells you the state that his knee was in.
Yeah, they said no surgery or anything. So
yeah, like that. I don't think it's knock on wood. I'm glad it's something crazy, but like watching that, I think if it was regular season, there's no way we would have saw him for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
Right.
He probably had a hyperextended or a strained knee, and those are just as bad sometimes too. So
yeah.
But man, I think overall, man, the season was phenomenal. It's everything that I thought it was going to be and more. I kept saying it at the beginning, and then as it kept going, it's just like I think this is going to be one of the best seasons, and I think it was too. I really enjoyed every game. I started to watch other teams besides my own.
Hella unpredictable.
Huh?
Hella unpredictable.
Yeah, like really unpredictable. Like you had the Bengals going to
made the Super Bowl.
They go into Baltimore and dismantle them and put up like 50 points. Like you don't see those things
They
happening.
beat the Chiefs twice in a season.
Right, to beat the Chiefs like at home too. At that, or was it 1-1?
No, they
beat the Chiefs twice at home.
Both in Arrowhead. So that right there is incredible too. You
After
know,
being down double digits at halftime both times.
both times. So it's really impressive. I think it was a really impressive season. I would say for me a favorite. We can all say a favorite moment. My favorite moment is definitely is when Jameis Winston was named starting quarterback. Yeah, reminisce a little bit. You know, that's my a while ago.
That's my quarterback.
that's how I felt. You feel me? Yeah. Listen, another thing too is you're not signed. My boy working out in Saints gear every day. I don't know what that means.
That's all he's
free.
got.
But I'm a run. I'm a
It's
run
free.
with it. Yeah, it's free. I'm a run with it though. I hope he figures it out. He comes back healthy. Whatever team he goes to. I think Jameis is gonna be good regardless, man. I think his time in New Orleans helped him out, develop a little bit more. And he's only 27 years old. So he got time, man. What about y'all? What was some favorite moments of the season for y'all?
I can show you better than I can tell you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. What's going on here? Oh, what? Who's that going to? Scordero down the sideline. Oh! It sets up the game-winning field goal in Noah.
Oh yeah, let's see the field goal too.
Kidding me?
Look at him. Look at
Are
him.
you kidding me?
Look at his face. Paul Debo gonna be nice though. Shout out to him. He had a great season as a rookie. A phenomenal season.
And
And
it's
some
set up
interceptions.
for the GOAT.
That's just a rookie mistake, man.
But it's set up for the GOAT, Younghoe Koo, to do his job and win the game.
The Hawks won by 11 plus and by 6 plus. So you're good.
Nice.
Too.
Oh, so there's 2 more games that are screwing us, so we'll see how that goes.
But now, yeah, that's definitely a worthy moment. I guess I don't know. But what about you, Phil? What was a memorable moment for the NFL season, man?
For me, this early on for the Patriots, the whole Bucks versus Patriots game. It was just nice to see, Mac Jones and Tom Brady battle, even though they just didn't get the result they wanted. But I was just glad that they kept it competitive, and it was a good game all the way down to the end. Yeah,
that was definitely a cool atmosphere too. And it was a televised game. We got to see Tom Brady go at his old team and everything like that. Well, what did Lex say? A great O-line. Yeah, listen, man, Mixon and them boys special, all under contract. It's very possible if they can get O-line and figure it out, trade, pick up people like Armstead from the Saints is not coming back. So I feel like they're gonna probably go and make a run at him. And I think it will be a valuable pickup. So
Yeah,
they get an O-line, definitely.
You got to compete while your quarterback is on a rookie contract. Like that's right.
You have
to spend crazy on everything else.
Because once Joe gets ready for that contract, bye Mixon, bye Tyler Boyd.
The fact that Mahomes got $500 million, you know that's what the next quarterback is looking for. And since everyone wants to crown him the next Tom Brady, you think that Burrow's not going to demand $500 million?
Yeah, especially if he keeps his play up and doesn't get hurt.
Right, like he got to
he has every right to.
Let's say he gets to another one. Okay, don't pay me $500 million. I'll go somewhere else. Bye.
Right.
Right. Someone will pay him.
Listen, come to New Orleans. You feel me?
You guys have that money though?
Nope. Mickey Loomis is putting.
We'll pay you a Bitcoin.
He's putting silver. He putting silver dollars in the bank and shit.
He's playing FanDuel trying to hit.
Maybe this 26 parlay will work. We'll get Dylan some way.
The Dylan parlays and shit.
Less than 2 million odds. We don't like it.
Oh man. But yeah. What'd you guys think of the awards too?
I thought they were all predictable, not in a bad way, but I thought like everything that happened is what happened. Rodgers got the MVP. Kupp got Offensive Player of the Year. Your offensive and defensive Rookie of the Year were Chase and Parsons, which clearly should have been. T.J. Watt got his Defensive Player of the Year. Mm-hmm. Burrow got Comeback Player of the Year, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I have no complaints.
Who won Coach of the Year?
I know Dan Quinn got the assistant
Coach of the Year.
Golden. Tell Dan Quinn to stop playing with me, Kenny. Assistant of the year.
He's a phenomenal assistant. But give me your head coaching job. Tell me how you like him.
And no, you take him back.
Yeah, okay.
So we can sweep the NFC South again.
Yeah, bum. Mike Vrabel won Coach of the Year.
Oh, that's deserving.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Bro, 150 injuries.
Yeah.
Practice squad off the people from Starbucks and
only
McDonald's.
Only guy who probably could have been in consideration was probably John Harbaugh, because the Ravens didn't make the playoffs, but they're right there. Like, if they would have made the playoffs, I would have given it to that.
The only reason they didn't make it is Lamar shut it down for the season.
Yep.
That's the only reason. Yep. But hopefully he's back. He's healthy. I think it was probably a smart idea. I don't know who's in this camp. I don't know who's in this camp, but that was a great decision.
One of those, you look like
shut it down.
We ain't winning a title this year, so there ain't no need for you to go out there and ruin the rest of your career. Do not be an RG3. Blow it up for week 1.
Right. But you know them motherfuckers is lurking though. They wait. They sitting in the shadows. I told you Lamar Jackson wouldn't last.
Right, and that's why you sit out. So when you come back, you could last.
Yeah.
Plus, they gave Kyle Huntley a chance to shine and prove his worth to other teams.
Right, and it's not like Huntley was bad. Like they were winning games with him, so it's not like I guess you needed Lamar, but it's not like Huntley was a scrub.
Right, and 2 of those losses were like last second plays to force overtime or not. So
that was probably part of it too.
Right, exactly.
To get him some film, some tape, because once the time comes, I feel like he played better than some of the people that be getting these contracts that were backups.
Huntley can go to Washington today and be their starting quarterback.
That's a fact.
Huntley can go to the Giants today and be their starting quarterback.
The New York Football Giants. We don't want to do that to him. We don't want to be that cruel to him. Nah. I feel like a lot of these. I feel like the Giants, the Jets. I feel like they got elements, but they just
don't know how to put it together.
They just know how to put it together. They got elements. Like the Giants, if all the receivers can stay healthy, that is a very good.
Let me ask you a question. Room. Now that we've seen that Matt Stafford clearly is a great quarterback that can elevate talent, are we sure Kenny Galladay is that good?
I'll say this about Kenny Galladay. I think the injuries helped, derailed him, made people forget. But I feel like when you obviously got Stafford's pinpoint, bro, his passing is just.
I guess what I'm asking is, are we sure Kenny Galladay is really a number 1 receiver?
Oh man, can I be petty for a second?
Go ahead.
Well, from the stature of you and Nils. He is a number 1 receiver. You know what I'm saying? He's 6'2". He's got no frame.
That's not what, because that's never what I said.
All right, no, I'm just kidding. But no, I think I don't know if he is. I don't know. I feel like a Stafford. I feel like those type of quarterbacks, they don't make the receiver, but like they make it easier for that player to make plays.
Right.
Right.
Like when you're running a 9 route, a guy is on your back, and then you put your arms up right here, and the ball's dropping in. Like,
yeah, cause I'm just, like, look at Marvin Jones was phenomenal with Stafford. Galladay we saw was a stud with Stafford.
Right.
Like,
right. And
at what point do we start to say maybe Stafford's helping make these receivers?
yeah, I feel like there's a small room of quarterbacks that do that though. And he's probably in that. Like you got AR, you could say Breeze at one point did that, and Phillip Rivers did that at one point. But like
You're missing a name.
Matt Ryan.
He turned Harry Douglas into a 1,000-yard receiver. Taylor Gabriel was a stud. Hasn't done nothing since.
I was just, bro. I was listen.
No, I just wanted. I was gonna let it rock you until you made the face, bro. You made the face like it was outrageous.
I was just naming a few.
Well,
it's not like I just named off. It's not like I just named off 15 guys and then left your
when
boy
you made
up.
the face like it was absurd for me to say it.
Regardless of me being a fan of the Saints, your boy is a phenomenal quarterback.
That's all I need.
Phenomenal career. You know, I'm realistic. I can have respect.
It depends on what we get.
Because I respect the game, so I can respect the players. You know what I'm saying?
I respect the players too. I just don't like them. It's different.
But nah, like yeah, I definitely get where you're coming from with Stafford though. When these receivers leave, they need to go and make plays to prove like you're that guy. Like not like you could say Odell like Odell obviously went with the Rams. And he left, and everybody was like, yo, he's not that good because he's not making one-hand catches. But then he gets the opportunity where the quarterback is putting the ball where it needs to be.
Right.
Now it's him university again.
Yeah. Well, and that's what, like, with Galladay, it's like, okay, like, he was hurt, so I'm going to give him that. But it's just, like, he was the highest-paid wide receiver from this offseason, so you would have expected more out of him.
Right.
Yeah, I think, Stafford definitely helped a lot in his career, but I definitely got to see a fully healthy season from him before I say anything else as well.
Yeah, and he got the money when he wasn't healthy anyway. So like,
right, like so it's
to begin with, he was he had a lingering injury that was going to carry to the next season. Yeah. Then if you're going to play in that season, then you're going to be messed up again, which he was. But yeah, like you got Saquon Barkley, you got Sterling Shepard, you got Galladay, and I like one of the receivers that I like a lot too is oh my
Tony?
goodness, no.
Slayton?
Not Tony. Slayton.
Big play Slayton?
I really like Slayton as a receiver, but I feel like he's gonna get buried there.
And I still like Evan Ingram. I mean, he has the drop problems, but he's not like he has all the tools to be a good tight end in this league.
Right.
He does.
Like,
he might be a really late bloomer. Like,
right. Like, I mean, I'd take him. Like, I don't know. Giants fans don't like him. Like, okay, I would take him.
Listen, I would.
You know, it's like that's what like that's how I judge it. If the guy's really bad, like if they're on the free agent market tomorrow, would I want my team to go after him? But if the answer is no, they're probably not that great of a player.
Yeah, I don't know, like the quarterback thing is so true. Like, if you can get a quarterback that can put passes there to you, and you have the opportunity to make plays, a lot of things could change for you. You know.
Speaking of quarterbacks, I just want to touch on two people. Let's do this one first. Carson Wentz. What is wrong with Indy? I understand
trade or release. Trade or release in
you missed the playoffs, but
in a month.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut ties with them and say, yeah, we'll take our chance with whatever. Like, what else?
You saw that, Phil?
We have Jonathan Taylor. We'll be fine. I saw like bits and pieces. I haven't seen the full story about it.
They're trying to trade him before March 12th. Trade him or release him. So that means that either he's being thrown under the bus.
Ding ding ding.
Or Frank is on the hot seat.
It's both.
One of the two.
It's both.
You think both?
Yes. It's crazy to me that like they act like what they surrounded him with. Like he had Jonathan Taylor, and he had Michael Pittman, who's not a number one receiver on.
Yeah, they need a better wide receiver.
75% of the rest of the league's roster. Like, where's he going?
He has. Well, I feel like he has
the tools to be. But right now, like, I mean, 2 years from now, are probably a different conversation. But as it stands today, Michael Pittman walks into Kansas City, he's not a number one receiver. He goes to Buffalo, he's not a number one receiver. He goes to Cincinnati, he's not a number one receiver. Like, it's not like he's a clear-cut number one guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just I feel like Carson Wentz once again is being scapegoated because his team can't win. So let's just say, it's Carson's fault.
Right.
Well, we know Lawrence on the phone with them right after this.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I like Carson Wentz.
He goes to New Orleans. I'm not happy. Like, I don't want him there. That's a good quarterback. I want him to be in quarterback purgatory forever. I don't want Carson Wentz there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, when you like look at just like the position, like they're so quick to like, get another quarterback, not knowing that quarterbacks are different. They got different arm slots. The receivers are gonna see the ball different. Maybe they don't like how the quarterback throws or how he is. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Like, and when you switch your quarterback, that literally changes the whole offense.
And if we're just talking about Michael Pittman, how he is going to be, a clear-cut one receiver in a couple of years. You really want his third year to be with a third quarterback? Like, he's already on quarterback 2 in year 2. We're going to just keep every year keep recycle quarterbacks for him.
And then for him, that's bad because now you're messing with my money. Now he's going to go to his 5th year where it's going to be player option, team option, so y'all want more money. Oh, no, you didn't do nothing. You guys gave me 4 quarterbacks, so how was I supposed to do anything?
Exactly. Perfect example to me is like Mike Williams. Had Phillip Rivers, then Tyrod Taylor was going to be the quarterback, and then it was Justin Herbert. Now he had Justin Herbert for a second straight year, and look at him. He blossomed. That's what happens when you let guys grow together.
It's trust.
Big trust.
Goes back to, can I walk into a burning building with you?
Yep.
Plain and simple. Like when the ball is over the middle of the field, I bet you Mike is going to die for the ball. But if they go and get rid of Justin Herbert, I bet you he's not going to die for that ball anymore. It's plain. It's just that simple. That's how it goes.
Right. What do you guys think about Kyler Murray?
Oh man,
Have you been seeing the recent stuff come out about him, bro?
He debunked it though.
Which one? I've seen about 5 reports now.
No, he debunked everything. He said, I don't know why anybody's saying this about me, and I don't feel this way or anything. And the guys that I play with know how I rock, pretty much. That's what he said. I think he posted on his IG story or something like that. But he addressed all of it. He said, I don't even know why I'm even hearing about this, and I like the Cardinals or some shit like that. So
yeah, I just feel like, to me, like what you're saying, yeah, like, I mean, if that's true, like, that's good. I mean, good for him. But if that's coming out, that means there is somebody inside of Arizona that does not want you in Arizona. If that is the case, tomorrow morning, you and your agent need to be on the phone and say, I don't know what the situation is here. Clearly, I want to be here, but someone here doesn't want me, so I got to be gone.
Right.
Because it ain't going to get better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it's a real interesting situation, but I think when he lost, when he lost D-Hop, I think like I won't say confidence, but his play style took a hit where he had somebody he could rely on consistently. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's too many receivers that were the same stature and ability, like, but you don't have that down the field guy, like Rondell Moore and Christian Kirk are more of the same guy, like. Not saying they're the same player. One is obviously probably better, but it's just like they're the same stature. D-Hop is D-Hop, bro. Like, you don't have your receiver. You don't have your guy. J.J. Watt's out. The defense changes. It's just so many things that go into it. Like, it's tough.
Yeah, I'm glad he put those things to rest. We just got
Kyler to the birds. What you mean? Like, you got your quarterback in Philly.
Like,
man,
we're not put it to rest, but like, it's still coming out day after day.
Yeah.
Most recent thing I saw was they said that Colt McCoy told them to go out on the field at the end of the playoff game, and he told them, "Nope, that's it, I'm done." Like, how do you get that? Even if that's false, so where does that come from? Like, that's not like someone inside told that story. So
yeah,
even if
they can get to the public,
right? Even if Colin Murray put that to bed, like recently, I feel like there's still going to be some like feelings towards it during the offseason and probably lingering into the regular season for next season as well.
Yeah, especially when you go into like this could go for anybody. Like when you got to be around, you got a group of friends, and there's two people talking about one person, and then everybody starts to find out about it besides that person. And then we guys all have a group hangout that one person's gonna walk in, and they're gonna look at him like, damn, we just talked mad shit about this person, and then now they're right here. Like,
Right.
and I can only imagine how it is in like NFL. Like, you walk in there and you like somebody leaked a conversation where there were 6 people in the room. One of you 6
Right. That's what I'm
said
saying.
something to somebody.
Like the only
Right.
people that could have
Among us.
leaked the story is somebody inside of the Cardinals organization.
Right.
Like it didn't come from anywhere
And
else.
and these and all you said it before, Kenny, like a while back. Like all these stories, they come out for a reason. They're just not gonna float around just for a story. There's a motive or a narrative behind each time something comes out.
There's a reason why agents have reporters' numbers on speed dial. Like why? What reason does an agent have to be calling a reporter? There really
Right.
isn't one.
Shout out to Noah.
Like when agents are calling reporters, there's a reason why.
Yeah. Gotta change the narrative, man. But man, this season's been phenomenal. We want to thank everybody that's really tuned in with us for the entire NFL season. We will be transitioning to NBA. My man Phil is ready. Yeah, and shout out to Phil too, man. The work that goes into the graphics on social media. He also has Baller Central. He has an additional podcast. My man is out here working. So make sure y'all go tune into that too. Baller Central got everything you need. IBTE Sports is here. We're gonna keep going up. NBA season's coming. And listen, last year I ain't know a lot. I know a little bit
Rookie of
more
the
now.
year. Most
I
improved
know.
player of the year.
Hey,
most improved.
Listen, I was sitting at the bottom of the fantasy league in Yahoo, but I'm in the middle of the pack this year. So, and I just whooped Neil, and he said he was gonna win it all. So you know what I'm saying, you know. But like always, last words, fellas. What you guys got?
For me,
And I won't rudely skip y'all this time because I feel like the past couple weeks I've been slacking. That's on me. You know.
Hey, appreciate it. Can you I'll go last.
I don't really got much to add this week. I'm upset that NFL is done. NBA, my Thunder are tragic, so there's not much fun there. Syracuse basketball is we don't speak
What's the
about it.
record?
We're at 500 right now. It's one of our right above 500. It's going to be the worst season in Jim Boeheim's long career. It's just rough out here. I just can't wait for March Madness. We won't be participating, but it's okay. Just hoping to make some money on FanDuel these next couple months.
Yo,
bracket challenges.
Phil, before you go, Kenny, did you know some people are like getting denied for the tournament, like some college teams?
Really?
You're talking about
Stony Brook,
yeah.
Frankie.
Oh, they're not denied from the NCAA tournament. What it is Stony Brook is leaving the conference that they're in.
Yeah.
So that conference said that they cannot participate in the conference tournament this year because that's in their bylaws. If it's a dumb rule to try to hold you hostage. But if you announce you're leaving, they tell you, okay, you can't participate in the postseason tournament. It's nonsense. Right. It's ridiculous. It should be not a thing. But unfortunately, it might keep Frankie's team out of the NCAA tournament because they probably were going to have to be an automatic bid.
Yeah, they would have to win the conference to get in.
Yeah, it's nonsense is what it is.
Yeah, shout out to Frankie, man. That boy smooth. Smooth 6'6", 6'7", forward/guard.
And shout out
buckets out there.
Shout out to Jalen Hawkins too, another Utica.
Oh yeah, that's
killing on the D1 circuit. They've put him in the starting lineup and they've been killing ever since. Like it's just It's crazy to see.
Yeah, Norfolk State.
Yep.
In Virginia, man. Shout out to him.
They'll be in the tournament again this year.
Yeah. You can definitely be tuned in. All right, Phil. What you got, man?
Yeah, Laura said earlier, Ball Central, IBT Sports. I think it's Kevin Harlan who said it. I'm announcing both shows, whoever the catchphrase was during the playoffs. Yeah, for Ball Central, we're doing like our annual charity event for All-Star Weekend, where me and my co-host Eliza John Nakeem raise money for certain charities. This year, I'm raising money for the Jimmy V Foundation, ESPN, and the Legendary Coach for cancer research and stuff like that. So tune in. to our page this weekend. We're dropping our podcast Friday morning/afternoon with all the details, and stay tuned in for that.
All right.
I'm looking to make it a three-peat, so let's get the charity money.
Yeah, I wanna thank these guys, Kenny, Phil, and Neil, for more consistency. We haven't missed a show yet. I don't know what the streak is, but the streak is going, and we got consistency. I gotta count it up after. I think once we get to 100, it's gonna be amazing. That
Minus
we get to
Christmas.
100.
It's getting close.
Some of the earlier.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying like, that don't count.
That don't count because like if you watch like sports shows, like these dudes take the whole week of Christmas off. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Like, sports talk TV is unwatchable the week of Christmas.
Yeah, like nobody's really paying attention to that. They're just gonna turn the games on. But just to have the consistency for the sports network here, like, and we got the sports show, got the network in general, IBTE network. We got so much content. Club 157 will be coming back soon. Get more uncut, get more wild down there. Definitely missed the fellas. Everybody's been working on their own paths to different side hustles, side businesses. Definitely want to shout out Rick, Fresh, and Mark. Rick and Fresh are going to be in Albany this weekend at the Albany Capitol Center. Like he shouted out in the chat, Fresh is releasing his very first own sneaker that's coming out. It's going to be unveiled this weekend in Albany. I think it's really dope. I'm really proud of him, the work he's put in. It's C-Row Fresh. He has his own logo. It's legit his own shoe. Like to see your friends that are doing great things like this is really rewarding. Just to be able to witness it. So I'll be there in attendance to support him and everything. I'm gonna make sure that I get a pair. You know what I'm saying? Like they're really nice. But like I said, everybody that's tuned in, we appreciate you, man. Merch is on the site right now. www.ibtenetwork.com/merch. Hey, what's good? He said that's my shoe. My guy Smalls, man. This is a great guy right here, bro. He said, "Nah, congrats on the release."
That's our shoe.
Nah, it's my boy Fresh. He's another co-founder of the network here. But I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Shout out to Rick. Shout out to Big Dog TV. He got his own esports team. Man, like we really going crazy.
Rick, if you need a player, you know.
Kenny's following his dreams. I got my IT things going on. Phil's got his work that he does on the social media. He got Baller Central. Everybody's going
and sports betting. So
everybody sport parlay Phil
pushing parlay.
But man, like I can't say enough about the people that I'm around. Everybody is an inspiration. Not motivation, inspiration. Inspiration keeps you going. You feel me? Motivation is in spurts and doesn't keep you going. Inspiration. I'm inspired by every single last one of these guys. And that's all I got to say, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode. We live every Wednesday, 8:30, Facebook and YouTube. We're going to keep going up, man. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed night.